Now, what is the situation of witchcraft belief in Africa? In Africa, according to an African scholar, it is idle to question whether witches exist or not. That's a scholar. Says it is idle to question it. In other words, it's obvious, it's so evident. He said further, to Africans of every category, except my own category, witchcraft is an urgent reality. Friends, I don't know how this scholar came about the idea that it is pointless investigating and inquiring into the existence and non-existence of witches and wizards. For me, it's important, it's pertinent to do so, in order to understand, tackle, and eradicate the problems associated with this irrational belief. It is rather cowardly to avoid the question whether witches exist or not. And that's what African scholarship has been doing. And that is why the world doesn't know the kind of challenge we are facing when it comes to witchcraft accusation and the confusion it's causing in families. So, it is cowardly to avoid that question, to avoid that issue. Because to Africans of my own category, witchcraft is an urgent superstition. Witchcraft is not an urgent reality, it's an urgent superstition. Unfortunately, many texts, studies, reports on witchcraft in Africa avoid evaluating and ascertaining the veracity of witchcraft claims. Yes, when they write it, they just talk about it as a religious phenomenon, religious practice. No critical evaluation. And I'm going to give you an example. Last year, UNICEF published a report, Children Accused of Witchcraft, an anthropological study of contemporary practices in Africa. I mean, inspiring topic. But when you look at it, rubbish. Let me tell you why. The objective of the study was to reveal and analyze the diversity and complexity. Two. Diversity and complexity of these phenomena, often falsely associated with African tradition. The document carefully avoided doing a critical evaluation of claims and accusations associated with witchcraft. They were telling us about the diversity. We know complexity. We know. The problem is not with this. The problem is with what? The veracity. Is it true that children will fly in the night and go and cause accidents along the highway? UNICEF report never addressed this. So I want to tell you that report is useless. And if I see the editor of that report, I will tell him, you have just wasted our money. There was no position statement in that report as to whether witches exist or not, and whether people can be killed using witchcraft. No position statement. They just told us about the diversity and the complexity. We don't need that. That's not our problem. The report did not do justice to the topic. It did not provide answers to many questions that have been boggling the minds of Africans for ages. For instance, is witchcraft science or superstition? Is witchcraft a myth or reality? Do witches actually exist and move around at night? Do they turn to animals? It could not do these things. And these are the issues when it comes to witchcraft belief in Africa. So the belief remains strong. In spite of all the scholarship, all the writing, all the reports, the belief remains strong. The witchcraft mentality is dominant and informs popular thought, understanding, and interpretation of phenomena. Traditionally, African people attribute anything they do not understand or do not want to understand, any incident or occurrence they cannot explain, to witchcraft. Somebody dies in the family, they can't go for autopsy, it's witchcraft. As I'm here now, oh, something happens to me. Oh, they have got him. They could say, okay, you are trying to go across the highway. You don't look very well. You get knocked down. Yes. But for my people, no. It's witchcraft. They have been pursuing him. They have killed him. Who are they? But the belief in witchcraft, friends, is not peculiar to Africans. Many people in Africa often make this mistake of thinking that witchcraft is original to them. from the skeptic, I understand that 22% of Australians still believe in witches. I don't know if they believe in witches the same way Africans do. But whatever the case, the belief in witchcraft is found in other cultures of the world. Witch hunts ended in Europe and America a few centuries ago. And I think there's a friend from Australia here who wrote an article. He said, witch hunt did not end in Salem. Yes, it did not. It's been going on since I was born. So it did not end in Salem. So anybody that thinks that witch hunts ended in Salem is mistaken. It's going on even as I'm talking to you here now. People are living in situations where they are oppressed or abused because they are suspected of having some magical powers and they use that to cause harm. In Nigeria and in Africa. So witch hunt is not African science, as many pseudo-intellectuals in Africa tend to believe and propagate. That's another problem we're having. You will go to a philosophy class in a university in Nigeria, they will start telling you that witchcraft is African philosophy. And you ask yourself, what is philosophical about witchcraft? It can't survive critical examination, it cannot be tested, it cannot be proven, and people say it is philosophical. So what does African philosophy mean? Blind faith, dogma, irrational belief. That's not philosophy.